Asia is thriving and hungry for capital. This was a message from delegates attending the recent Credit Suisse Asian Investment Conference in Hong Kong.
Pretty much whatever business you're in, you have to look at Asia now to have a position here and to grow your business by being active in Asia. There's no question about that.
As India reported first quarter growth of over 6% and China surged into the double digits, even members of the US President's Economic Recovery Advisory Board showed their admiration.
Look what happened, what China was able to do last year with the whole global economy slowing down. So they are capable of generating domestic demand to offset whatever they see coming from outside.
The Chinese have done a very good job on that. I think that their stimulus package was extremely well designed and effective. They are the only country in the world of that size with that ability to move quickly and aggressively, and I do think it created wonderful spillover effects for the entire region.
The first Credit Suisse Asian Investment Conference 12 years ago coincided with the Asian financial crisis. The picture is very different today, with Asia driving global growth. Not just India and China, but also ASEAN powerhouses Indonesia and Malaysia.
Very nice to see you. How are you? Looking forward to hearing you tomorrow morning.
Over 2,000 institutional investors and fund managers were able to scrutinize economic policy setters and political leaders, ranging from India's Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Kamal Nath, who is seeking billions of dollars for India's roads, to Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak, who talked about his country's reforms and economic liberalization. Najib also gave hints about the so-called new economic model he unveiled just days later, designed to transform Malaysia into a high-income, knowledge and innovation-based economy. Speaking at the Invest Malaysia conference in Kuala Lumpur, he cautioned that the transition won't be easy.
Malaysia must be open to change. We have no alternative but to move forward and become a high-income country with a sustainable and inclusive growth. This will be a journey that may cause some short-term pain, but will pay off in a stronger Malaysian future.
Foreign investors welcomed the plan, which focuses on expanding private sector growth through measures such as boosting the quality of the workforce by improving the education system, encouraging Malaysians working abroad to return home, and increasing privatization. GE has been operating in Malaysia since 1975, with investments exceeding $300 million.
It's a great vision for the country and probably also necessary for the country to remain ahead of its competition in the region and elsewhere in Asia. Certainly there'll be challenges in implementing the vision, but I think they're clearly headed in the right direction.
The reforms are a personal pledge by the Prime Minister, who is poised to lift Malaysia out of the middle-income trap.
The new economic model will lay out the roadmap and the strategy, the how part, to achieve that quantum leap to become a high-income model. Essentially moving Malaysia from $7,000 per capita to $15,000 per capita by the year 2020.
We detect some form of steely determination in him in pushing through the reforms, because the reforms are not just necessary, but also important to ensure the country continues its political stability as well as economic prosperity.
The initiative highlights a dramatic transformation of Malaysia, whose GDP was on par with that of Ghana just 40 years ago. Even the White House noted Malaysia's economic vibrancy, democracy and willingness to cooperate. At the first ever bilateral meeting during the Nuclear Security Summit, US President Barack Obama pointed out the positive developments in Malaysia. Realizing the changing economic landscape, Malaysia is taking matters into its own hands in order to stand shoulder to shoulder with other developed nations. A bold move and case study perhaps that will surely be closely watched across the region and the world.